Hey, Zach. So many Colts fans are upset about the Phillip Rivers move to Indianapolis. Do you see the Colts trading Jacoby, even though he played so well in the first half of the season last year? Do you think the Pats would take Jacoby over Jameis Winston or Cam Newton because of how much they know what he's going to be like in the locker room? P.S. I've been liking the new flannels. Thank you so much for the compliment on the flannels. This is a two-part question. We'll talk about Phillip Rivers, and we'll talk about Jacoby Brissett to the Patriots. Number one, the more I read about Phillip Rivers going to the Indianapolis Colts, the better and better I feel about it. Frank Reich is the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, and he worked with Phillip Rivers for 3 years previously in San Diego with the Chargers. He used to be his offensive coordinator, if you have worked with a quarterback before as his offensive coordinator, you have a pretty good relationship. You've worked really closely and really intensely together. And Frank Reich loves Phillip Rivers. He did an interview where he talked about the guy's passion, the guy's enthusiasm, and how he said he makes it fun for everybody in the building, every level of the company. It's fun for them to come to work today. If you get to work with Phillip Rivers, it's a blast. You like it. Not because he's happy and jolly all the time, because he's intense, he cares, he's passionate, he wants to win, and he's got a great attitude, and he's got a lot of enthusiasm. He called Phillip Rivers an elite quarterback. And he said what Phillip Rivers is going to do, he said, we already have a really high standard of preparation in our organization, but all that Phillip Rivers is going to do is he's going to come in and elevate that expectation, that standard of preparation even more. Frank Reich is a big Phillip Rivers fan. Phillip Rivers made a really gigantic impact on him when they worked together in San Diego with the Chargers. And man, I'm telling you, I feel great about this. I haven't watched the film yet. We'll do a film analysis next week of Phillip Rivers. But everything I'm hearing, you got a great football team, the Indianapolis Colts. You have a coach who loves the quarterback and a quarterback who's going to push people. He's going to create a great culture in that locker room. I feel the more I read, the better and better I feel about Phillip Rivers to the Colts. Now let's talk about the second part of Chris's question. He said, would the Patriots trade for Colts quarterback Jacoby Brissett? Remember, Jacoby Brissett used to play for the Patriots. They traded him to the Colts. Would they take a trade to take Jacoby Brissett back? The Patriots, let me be very, very clear. The Patriots would never trade with the Colts for Jacoby Brissett. It's not going to happen. Here's why. Jacoby Brissett might be a quarterback. He might be a guy they've worked with before. He also costs $21 million against the salary cap in 2020. The Patriots never, ever, ever overpay for a player. They've only done it once. They paid Rob Gronkowski probably a little bit more than he was worth, but look, they were happy with that. The only example I can think of the Patriots being willing to spend money on a player is Rob Gronkowski. It's literally the only one in my entire life I can think of. They let Wes Welker walk away. They let Tom Brady walk away. The Patriots are incredibly, incredibly stingy. They're the ultimate bargain hunters. Think of your friend. We all have this one friend that refuses to spend money on anything. He or she is the ultimate stingy person. They're super frugal. If you brought up the idea of them buying a BMW, they would laugh at you. They'd say, I'm not buying a BMW. I can get a better price for a different name brand. I don't need to spend money on the name. It's just an expensive name. I can get a car like a BMW anywhere. I've had that conversation with friends of mine that are cheap bargain hunters. They're not doing it. The Patriots are that person. The Patriots are not willing to spend money. No matter what the pitch is, they're not going to do it. That guy's the Patriots. The Patriots would never, ever trade for Jacoby Brissett simply because he's $21 million against the salary cap. They're not going to spend that much and pay that much to a quarterback. They refuse to do that. Not a guy, at least, of Jacoby Brissett's caliber. So, no, the Patriots are not going to trade for Jacoby Brissett. It's simply not going to happen. In case you don't know, Strong Opinion Sports is not just a YouTube channel. It is also a full audio podcast. You can find it on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play, pretty much everywhere you find podcasts. And if you like podcasts, please do me a huge favor and give it a listen.